So this is going to show you how local news here in Los Angeles. So people go, well, why can this still be happening? Well, because the media, the Fourth Estate, is populated by corporate hacks and their tools, right? Their corporate mouthpieces, and they never want to tell you what's really happening. They'd rather make you think it's poor people that are making off like bandits,
yes,
and unions and teachers that are screwing you, not really what happened. So what did you
and also media deregulation, them being owned by fewer and fewer people.
Bill Clinton, we have to thank for that, the media deregulation.
He becomes a worse president as each day passes.
Yes, yes, turning out to be a bad president. So so here's ABC7 local. Why aren't people rising up in the streets? Why don't we see riots? Because we don't have real media here.
It's official. The debt ceiling crisis is over for now. Without fanfare, President Obama signed the compromise bill into law less than an hour after the Senate approved it. The measure raises the debt ceiling by more than $2 trillion and avoids default, allowing the government to pay its bills. But neither the president nor congressional leaders are celebrating. A special congressional commission has less than 4 months to come up with revenue increases and another $1.5 trillion in spending cuts, and no one knows where those cuts will come from.
Okay, so that was how they covered it that day. They spent about 30 seconds on that story, and you're like, okay, I kind of understood it. I don't know what they're doing.
They're probably busy covering the Middle East or something else. You know, the Arab Spring or the riots in England. There must be something else, Jimmy. There must be a good reason why they didn't go more into depth.
Well, let's see
what that might be.
They didn't have time to go more into depth to tell you that what's really happening is that the plutocracy that's running our country now, which is headed by Wall Street and the banks, which own the government, is screwing you. They screwed up. They made trillions, and you're going to pay the bill. That's what this is about. They don't say that because the corporation.
No, it's over. President Obama signed it.
It's all over. So, and they didn't go into that detail. They didn't tell you what that means to you. But here's the stories they did have time for.
The son of Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal is back in jail tonight.
Plus, who has the best body in Hollywood? Here's a hint. It's good news for mature women.
Okay, so that was right after the debt story. Those were the two stories they had to cut to. You think I'm kidding? So they come back, they do those stories. Here's the next story ABC7 had time for. Ready?
Are you good at making people laugh? Well, maybe you should be a professional clown.
Clowning is one of the oldest art forms known to man. It dates back to 13 BC.
These amateur clowns are trying out for the greatest show on earth, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Okay, that story, they spent exactly the same amount of time as the debt ceiling story and the clown college. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, Jimmy, that's local news. I mean, who turns on local news? Okay, maybe Nightline, that same night. Here's the promo for 11.
Coming up on Nightline, chilling home video from the couple who kidnapped J.C. Dugard. What was law enforcement doing while they stalked other little girls? Plus, the gluten-free diet, is it healthful or a fad? What doctors have to say.
So they got it covered. Nightline, good thing we still have Nightline on. Good thing we wait a half hour to put on Jimmy Kimmel with the fluff.